Hey, and welcome to map 3 of No Rest for the Living, Canyon of the Dead. And so the first thing we've got to do here is get rid of all these imps and shotgunners. As you can see, there's quite a few of them at the start here, but if we make our way through here, we can grab a chain gun. Now, we could go into this room and fight this guy head on, but instead we're going to shoot him through the window here because that's probably the best way to handle this. Because once we go in here, a big trap's going to unfold on us. As you can see, all these walls start coming down, so we get attacked by spectres, we get attacked by imps, and as time passes, more enemies will flood into this room, so we just need to make sure that we are ready for that. It's a very interesting trap, this one. Oh, hello. So we're going to hit the switch here. That gives us access towards the blue key, which we'll need to progress in the level. But, as you can see, another trap's sort of sprung on us here. And there's a bunch of bony boys here. So we have to be really careful because we don't have any armor. And this level's pretty stingy with the armor, but it has to be said. So we're going to run through, grab the chain gun ammo, and then take him out. You can see that the enemies from this trap here have begun making their way into the level. There is a Hell Knight among them as well, so that's something we've got to keep an eye on. A lot's happening at the start of this level, so it's important to not lose your bearings. And the problem is, if you try to rush through this part, it's very easy to get overwhelmed because all these enemies kind of cluster into the corridor there, and it can become quite the hectic fight. You can see there's another one down here. I think he came out of the blue door area. Going to grab the blue key there. So I like this opening. It's very intense. It's also one that punishes players who try to kind of do too much too soon. So there's two blue doors. You can go either way you want. This one takes you up top. So we're going to take care of the imps here, and then we're going to go into a secret here which gives us the map item so we can see the whole map. Oh, that Mancubus is hitting us from the right hand side there. Not a fan of that. So as we step out here, we step into the canyon, and being honest, actually, I'm a fan of this. I think this is actually quite well designed as a canyon. I think we can all agree that the Doom engine does not handle outdoor areas particularly well. It's probably the weakest area of the Doom engine, and when you get big, light, bland textures like that to the left there, it can all start to feel a bit samey, and I think that's where some of the big Doom 2 levels kind of fall down, because when they try to go big, they don't really do a good job of kind of layering the levels so that everything doesn't look like one big homogeneous texture. We've just grabbed the super shotgun, and as you can see here, there's lots for us to do with this super shotgun. There's plenty of enemies for us to be working through. But this here is the area where if we'd gone through the other blue door, we'd have come out here. So you can see, leads right out here. It's got a nice kind of factory to canyon aesthetic here, and I think there's just enough detail here to kind of catch the eye, and there's enough landmarks, I think, for people to not get totally lost here. I don't want this level populated by lost souls, so I'm going to get rid of that pain elemental, and we'll get rid of the spawn of lost souls that he brought with it. Once you come out into the canyon here, all these enemies will sort of rush you. So it's important to have your wits about you as you're making your way through this part of the level. There's also a ton of secrets as well, like, again, and I've said it for the last two levels, but it's worth saying again here. I love how the secrets in this level are kind of teased to you, and you kind of have to figure out logically how to get to them. And usually the rewards are pretty good in this WOD, so I'm pretty happy to go secret hunting in this one. So you can see we get a rocket launcher here. Yellow doors there. Gonna get rid of that Arachnotron, although I don't know who it's fighting. Like it's obviously got its attention fixed on someone else. You can see there's a little teleporter just out of view from the other side. But if you click that, you can raise the steps there, and this leads you on a little pathway to a secret. And this is kind of what I mean. If you're curious and you're kind of keeping your eyes open, it's not impossible to make your way through this level and find all the secrets logically. So we're going to grab the blue armor there. So this is the top of the canyon. There's a bunch of ammo here which we're going to make good use of. But the game wants us to come this way. It's kind of leading us this way because that's where the yellow key is. So we'll take out that Arachnotron here. We could go up the elevator, but there's actually no reason to do that because it leads us to the exact same location. So when we hit the yellow switch here, it raises the bridge, which takes us to the back end of the level. So now I'm going to go and get one of the bigger secrets in this level. If you come to this wall here, it opens up and it lets you get access to this cliff face here. I do love the detail here. It's really nice detail. And it lets you get this supercharge, which is just underneath where the Mancubus was shooting from. So now that the bridge has been raised, we can cross over here. Nice little castle feel at the end as well here. As you can see, another little secret there. Takes you to the same place as the other secret, unfortunately, so it's not that interesting. But once you kind of break into the final part of the level here, there's a bit of an onslaught of enemies once we go up the steps to the right hand side here. So we've got to keep our wits about us, get rid of this Mancubus. I'm going to be making liberal use of the rocket launcher here. So there's a few imps here just to kind of whet the appetite, but it won't be long before we're joined by a whole bunch of other enemies. So as you can see, there's a final onslaught before the end of the level. If you've not been saving your rockets and you didn't grab the super shotgun, this is probably going to be a bit of a pain in the backside. But if you've been saving your rockets like I was, it's very easy to get through. But yeah, I like this one. This is a very nicely designed canyon. I mean, as well as you can design a canyon in the Doom 2 engine. It's a fun level. The opening is very intense, especially from pistol start. And there's a nice escalation through the level as you kind of go out into the canyon and you kind of explore and find all the nice secrets. There's a lot to do in this level, and it's not too long either, which means that it's short and sweet in my opinion. It doesn't outstay its welcome. But yeah, what's your opinion of Canyon of the Dead? Do you love it? Do you hate it? And what are you thinking of the levels in No Rest for the Living so far? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.